This is Alina Football. I am Alina and today we will start our series called We Learned German. So you're about to start learning German, or if you have been studying German and have struggled with learning, this is your video, because here we will talk about something that it is not commonly treated or properly treated in learning scenarios, in language learning scenarios, and that is to say developing and strengthening our learning styles. We all humans have 8 learning styles that we developed at different levels of proficiency. So let's have a look at those 8 learning styles. As you can see, I'm using Canva for showing you this material, and the idea is that as we progress into other videos, you and me work on Canva creating our personal material. So here, as you can see, we have 5 of the 8 learning styles. So we have the intrapersonal, interpersonal, nature, oral, kinesthetic, and visual, spatial, linguistic, and logical mathematical. We all have the 8, but we develop a special, say, power in a couple of them or in some of them. So, in order to have an understanding of these people, analyze if you, when you study, understand things better by being alone. If you need a quiet space, not people around, maybe you are an intrapersonal learner. Or if you are on the opposite side, maybe you are an interpersonal learner, right? So you need your friends or people around. This is your ability. What about if you need to be surrounded by nature, by the trees, breathing fresh air? Maybe you require nature to help you learning. Now, if you like movement, if you like to touch things, for example, if you like to do things with your hands, or you study moving, for example, I do it. Sometimes I start studying things and start walking. So at some point, I am a sort of kinesthetic learner. There are also people that the ability is here, by listening to people talking, by listening to music, sounds. So that is the power that these people have. So the last 3 learning styles that we have is the visual spatial learner. So as we can see in the picture, the power is here, remembering things and having here in our brains the position of things, or remembering the place where we were, or having images in our brains. So that's my ability. Now, there are people that require order, organizing things by numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or formulas. So for the case of learning languages, and here in German, a lot of people require like formulas, because that's their ability. By just looking at the sequence of things, they got the idea. But others struggle looking at formulas. They get like, what? Adjectives, adverbs, nouns, pronouns, the order is like crazy thing, right? So maybe that's not their ability. And the last one that we have here is the verbal linguistic learner. So as we can see in this picture, they are taking notes, they are also speaking. So in this ability, we learn by taking notes, writing, reading, and communicating, right? So there is a connection with the oral ability, but here the focus is like with the letters, observing them, producing them. So the idea here is that before we start properly studying German, is that you are aware of this. then maybe you go to the past and think how you have learned other things. Did you learn them by listening to people talking about it, by taking notes and reading them, or just by executing physically an activity, or maybe interacting with other people or studying alone? With that idea in mind, we will approach the next examples on how I do it, because I'm going to show you what are my abilities in these 8 learning styles. So I prepare here 1, 2, and 3 slides. So in these slides you can detect that we only have 3 learning styles. We have the intrapersonal, linguistic, and the visual, because I know that they are my most developed abilities. So recently I was watching a Bundesliga game in which there was a word that I couldn't get in German, because yeah, I'm watching Bundesliga in German, and yeah, I couldn't get it. But one day I understood like half of the word. That was Kette. So I was like, oh my god, I kind of got the idea of the word. So I started exploring on the net and I got this word, Viererkette. So what did I do in order to understand this word? I looked for a picture that described the meaning, the definition of the word. So the definition is this: a defense line of 4 players, Viererkette. So another thing that I did was including audio. So what I did is that I linked the picture with a dictionary. So I clicked on it and here we go. I got the word here. So let me...
Viererkette.
Viererkette. So I was not pronouncing it properly before, like Viererkette, no, Viererkette. Once again.
Viererkette.
Viererkette. So this is the correct pronunciation. So I'm helping myself by having a connection with the dictionary. Yeah, so that's one thing. Now let's move on to the next word. So another word that I found new by exploring some things about football in German was Ausführung. So it was like, what is this, right? So this is like kind of complex word, so to say, because visually it was really difficult to find a definition, like in the word Viererkette, that it was really simple to find a picture. But here in Ausführung, I couldn't find it. But then, luckily, I got this one. In this one, notice that we have a series of words. Notice that this is connected to the verbal linguistic learning style. So here, notice that we have a sequence of words: Idee, Planung, Ausführung, Kontrolle, und Erfolg. So, I understand in German the word Idee, Planung, Kontrolle, Erfolg. So, by watching a video in YouTube, I got the definition. So, I linked a video to the picture. So, I had text to read and I have a context connected to football, because we are going to study German with the context of football, especially Frauen-Bundesliga. So yeah, so this is what I did. Now, I eliminated the 3 learning styles because, well, I already know mine, so it was not necessary. So I have more space here to work with. So another word that was that was difficult for me lately was Überzeugung. It was like, Überzeugung, what is that? I heard that word in an interview to 2 soccer players from Germany. well, parenthesis, you may say like football, soccer, it's football. Well, I use the two words football, soccer because yeah, there are people from England, from the States still. And, yeah, we already know that football, soccer, we know what we are talking about here, right? So this word Überzeugung required for me a lot of the linguistic skill. So I checked the definition in a dictionary, copied the definition, and I wrote this. So in Fußball is this, yeah? So I understand this word, I understand this one. So yeah, I just wrote a sentence that I understood, and that would guide me to understand the word Überzeugung. Yeah. So the dictionary that I used was the next. So I'm going to copy the word. Oh, notice I forgot that I linked the word with the dictionary. So notice we click on it and there we go. This dictionary is excellent. You better have it on your browser because it is really good. So we have the word. The Bedeutung is definition. So we have the definition in German, and we have here, yeah, this is really important, this part. So here they show us that this word is at a B1 level in German. So I found it difficult. So I like A2 in German, A1, I don't know. But yeah, in any case, it is showing you how difficult this word is. Yeah. So yeah, you better have this dictionary because you will find here words that can be connected to it. Yeah. For example, yeah, notice that we have the word here fest. Here and here, sorry, and here I wrote feste. Fest is like strong, you know. So notice that, yeah, they show you words that are connected to the words you are looking up, right? So this is it. So as you can see, in this process, I'm collecting for myself a Pictionary or a sort of dictionary, personalized dictionary in which I make use of my learning abilities. So notice I'm here alone and I always study alone. So I'm a intrapersonal learner that has an ability in visuals in order to understand words and definitions, and an ability in the linguistic learning style. So maybe for you, like writing sentences or collecting pictures is like, I don't get it. Let's say that you are a kinesthetic learner and you need to understand the words Viererkette or Viererkette, that's the correct pronunciation, Ausführung and Überzeugung. So maybe you go to the soccer pitch or to a football pitch, or you take the ball and start like imitating 4 players in a line. Yeah, you simulate with your body the Viererkette, and that you need to understand Ausführung. Yeah, so maybe you take steps on the floor, like, you know, so like Idee, Planung und dann die Ausführung. Yeah. So you notice that with the body you start doing things like the idea, pling, plan, Ausführung, yeah, the body. And what about Überzeugung? This word, Überzeugung. So here in Überzeugung, what you can do, for example, if you are a kinesthetic learner, is that first you understand it by reading the definition, because this word is an abstract word. So we don't have visuals for it, so to say. So once you understand that, you translate that into a body action. For example, I got this word, remember, from an interview. What you can do is that you watch the interview and maybe you imitate the players talking. So there are many different ways on how to not only acquire vocabulary but explore different things in the language. But the main idea of this video is that you understand that we have 8 different ways of learning, but we as individuals develop better strategies or find better strategies in just a couple of those 8 learning styles. So I hope that you got the idea of this video, that is to understand that we have some abilities in learning, but we need to know what are our specific abilities among those 8. So before you watch the next video of this series, the idea is that you sign up in Canva if you haven't done it, and this video is not sponsored by Canva. So the idea is that you are there for you to have a space in which you can start collecting not only vocabulary but different things in this process of learning German with football or with Fußball, that is the German word. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and the idea is that for the next chapter you sign up in Canva, and this is not sponsored. The idea is that you are there just in order to have a space in which you can collect not only vocabulary but the different things that you will be learning here in our series We Learned German. So in the comment section of this video you can comment so how you process in learning German, and especially discovering your learning styles has been. So the idea is that you start commenting, so maybe in that way you discover and understand your learning styles. So subscribe to this channel, activate all notifications by clicking on the bell, share this video with your friends that want to learn German with football, give us a like, and watch the next video of this series.